As we know, a man is primarily attracted to a woman's appearance, meaning he's visual, is what it is. While most women evaluate men more holistically, they primarily look at men as a lifestyle choice above all else. And honestly, this gives evidence on why masculinity is on the rise. However, there was a few studies done recently that suggested women who are on birth control have been shown to prefer men with more feminine faces, while women who are off birth control prefer more masculine faces, which sounds a little fishy, sounds like there's a little agenda. Anyways, that's a whole nother video, a whole nother topic. So taking this information, we know most women prefer more masculine looking guys. However, there's also plenty of proof that showcases more feminine looking guys are also desired by women as well. So one thing I've suggested is this: as men, most of us like being masculine. We embrace that, right? However, not one of us is 100% masculine. There's just no way. We all have softer sides to us that naturally come out when they need to. Most of the time, I mean, if we're being real, we actually try to kind of reject that softer side, compress it, right? I'd say I'm like 70% masculine, 30, I don't know, maybe 60-40, whatever. That's what, in my opinion, that's what I'd say most women actually prefer. It's a male in his most primitive state. He's masculine with little sprinkles of softness, femininity. Nah, but for real, knowing all this, I think it's great to apply this to our physical appearance as well. So grooming yourself, doing your hair, manscaping. Yeah, those aren't the most masculine things for a man to do, just being real, but implementing those things, as we know, will definitely improve your overall appearance. So the first thing I want to discuss with you guys today is hairstyles and what type of look that women most prefer on a man. Now, according to recent studies that I've gathered over the internet, most women in 2022 prefer men with short to medium hair. But even more importantly than that, messy. Yeah, having a nice controlled, upkept hairstyle is nice, but nothing too neat, they said. Instead, going for something a little bit more loose and laid back. And as far as a specific hairstyle, honestly, that's pretty much up to you, my brothers. Women are gonna be cool with kind of whatever, as long as it does have some kind of style to it. Even more importantly than that, I'd say though, in my opinion, above all else, is to focus on balancing your facial proportions. If you got a big forehead, maybe wear something a little more forward. Like mine is a little bit on the larger side. I try to keep it somewhat chill, let the hair strands kind of fall forward. I even got hair kind of laying on top of my big old temples right here. So that way it kind of minimizes everything just a little bit, balances it all out. Last year I rocked a full fringe covering my forehead, which I thought looked nice as well. But if you're on the other opposite end of the spectrum, if you got a real nice small forehead, you're a pretty blessed dude. You can pretty much rock whatever you want. However, hairstyles that are styled upwards usually will look the best for you. And honestly, the best product to achieve a more textured, messier hairstyle is 100% going to be a clay. I can promise you on that, nothing's gonna look better. And if you wanna add even a little bit more volume, using a sea salt spray before you blow dry it, this in combination with the clay is money. The best combo, hands down. And look, I know products these days can get a little pricey, so my brand, Shavu, we got a little bundle package that can get you 12% off of both our voluminous sea salt spray and ocean clay. This combo is wild, you guys. Like, I'm not trying to be Mr. Overhyped guy. I mean, there's a lot of great products out there, don't get me wrong, but these two right here it's like the perfect 1-2 punch. And so yeah, hey, if you guys want to check it out and want to support me and what I do, I also got a promo code for you guys to use down below. Number 2, effortlessness. Effortlessness is the key, my brothers. Like the legend Jerry Lorenzo said himself, the key to a great outfit is effortlessness. Scaling things back, sometimes we can get too expressive and we just need to keep it simple. Less bright colors, more neutrals. And last note, something I just want to mention, the main goal here is, obviously to wear clothing that makes you feel most confident, but also wear pieces that maximize and showcase those masculine traits that women love, such as that V shape. And of course, when you wear shirts that fit nicely around the arms, makes your arms look a little bigger, right? I got this one from Legends, one of my favorites. I'll link it below if you want to check it out. Number 3, optimize your patchy beard. Now, if you're like me and you got the facial hair of a 14-year-old, no worries, bro. We're all in this together. I'm gonna help you out. One thing I've been using, besides using a derma roller on my face and minoxidil, which if you haven't heard of those products, I'll link them down below for you. They're amazing products to grow facial hair. But besides doing that, I've also been implementing this other step. Now, the theory has always been the more you shave, the more thicker your hair and your beard is gonna get, right? Well, wrong. That's been proven wrong, and that's just been proven to be a myth. So what you really wanna do is to grow a beard, grow it. Allow it to start growing out naturally by itself. Don't keep shaving. So like I said, one thing I've been doing is trimming the areas that are already fairly thick. Like for me, the mustache, down here in the chin and neck area. But now the sides, the cheeks right here, these are the areas where I'm lacking the most, as you guys can see. So what I've been doing with these areas is just letting them grow out. Because really what you want is that hair, you want the follicles to really start setting in. You want to get that hair thicker, so you got to start letting it grow out. So to me, that's been a good trick. It allows me to grow out these sides without having to look bad because I keep all this, you know, fairly trimmed. And no joke, by implementing all of these things together, I've been seeing a lot more progression in my overall beard growth. Literally just this last week, you guys can't really see it on camera, but I'm getting a lot more like thick white hairs coming in on both sides. And what happens is those thick white hairs, once you get those, over time they start turning into black hair. And actually some of the white hairs, if you got in real close and saw, some of them are each like hair strand, half of it's white and the other half's black. Like it's in that transition stage, like right before my eyes, which is crazy. So if you guys are kind of lacking in the beard department like me, this is like kind of my rule of thumb, and I really think it's gonna help you guys out a lot. The fourth thing I wanna talk about is planning ahead. This is something us men are not the best at. We're usually just always kind of in the moment, just going with the flow, just whatever, you know, whatever happens, happens. Women are opposite. Most women like to plan, strategize. They like to look ahead. They're a lot more organized than we are as men. So, hey, if you take the time to just be a little more organized every day, take the time to just plan things out a little more, especially for like dates and setting aside that time to spend with your spouse, your girlfriend, or someone that you're just dating. If you say something like, hey, I got a cool idea, you know, I've been really wanting to take you to that new Italian restaurant. I think it'd be nice for us to get away, maybe get some dessert after, get some donuts at Pink Box, and then I want to take you to go see this movie after. Whatever. But just being a little more romantic, my brothers, putting in just a little bit more effort, hey, that'll go a long way, dude. Trust me on that. Especially if you're the one who actually sets the date and you're the one who actually sets the reservations, and she can just kind of sit back and take your lead. That right there, that's how you be an absolute top G, a leader, right? The head of your relationship. The fifth thing I want to talk about is edit your identity. Now, we've all been taught to chase after your dreams, chase after your goals. We've all been taught that, hey, if you believe it, you can achieve it. We've all seen those cheesy gym posters that say just, hey, just believe in yourself. But you know, as I get older, the more I realize that all that cheesy, cringy stuff, it's so true, bro. Whatever you believe up here, whatever you believe about yourself, you're 100% right. And so just lately, within these last like 2 or 3 months, even me myself, I've had to edit my identity. I've had to change who I think I am, right? I've always told myself, this is crazy. I've never even realized this, even after all of these years of trying to inspire and motivate you guys. I've always told myself things like,
you know, I'm never gonna be like that type of YouTuber that gets 1 million followers. I'm always just gonna be kind of like one of those smaller channels that don't have like much influence.
Like, I've literally been telling myself these things while trying to tell you guys, oh, you can do it, bro. Like, all you gotta do is this and that. And oh man, you're just gonna rise to the top. You're gonna catapult yourself to that next level as a man. But the monologue I'm telling me in my own head is totally opposite. And like, literally, bro, this has been one of the most unattractive traits about me that I've let kind of just go under the radar. And you know, I heard Pastor Stephen Furtick talk about this the other day. He said, if you had a house, you would never let anybody just walk on in with big old dirty muddy shoes, right? And just walk through your house, through your kitchen, maybe start stomping on your couch, jumping on your bed, right? That's not gonna happen, right? So then why do you allow all these dirty, gross, negative thoughts to enter in your headspace and just stomp all over your brain, stomp all over your thoughts. For so long, my channel has been stagnant. I mean, you guys have saw, I've gotten nowhere in the last couple of years. For so long, I've been like that. But about 2 months ago, something happened where I drastically changed my identity, the way I thought about myself. And then all of a sudden I got to thinking, hey, you know what? I can do this. If I just put in just a little bit more work, I get a little bit more strategic, I plan ahead, I organize everything, organize my day. If I hire a couple people to help me out with the stuff that I'm lacking on, I think I can achieve this. And look at me, bro. In 28 days, I've gained over 90,000 subscribers. And I don't say that to boast. You guys know I'm not that guy, but hey, look, at the same time, that's proof right there. That's proof of just what a simple change of identity up in here, of what you think about yourself, what can happen. Your life can literally change overnight. And what more attractive, what more masculine is a dude who's regained his focus, who's dominating the task at hand. I mean, nothing, bro. You have a girl that sees you just handling business, who's every day living purposeful, being useful to the world, that's just on the straight and narrow, eyes on the prize, like a racehorse with its blinders on. That's some pretty masculine, manly stuff right there. And that all begins with having that identity change and seeing yourself differently. And so with that said, that kind of leads me into this last one here, which is just focusing on your purpose. I know that sounds cliche, but hey, look, listen, we live in a world where young men are so confused. Every young dude is looking for some sort of outlet to plug into. He's looking for some sort of mentor, guru. This is why Andrew Tate is top G right now. I feel like young men these days are so focused on just trying to find love, trying to find a dope chick that's gonna solve all their problems. I even have, in the Discord, we have young dudes who talk about, it's just so hard being single, and they're just out there trying to find the one and just talking about how difficult it is. And so they'll find a girl, have sex with her, and of course everything in the beginning is bliss, right? He's straight pink clouding. Everything seems perfect, and then all of a sudden she cheats or she goes cuckoo, right? And so, hey, look, honestly, bro, you want to find the perfect girl? Stop trying to find the perfect girl. Start focusing on trying to become the perfect man. Start focusing on your path, your purpose. Start focusing on becoming more useful. Start getting yourself equipped and start getting your crap together so that way you have something to offer. These days we got dudes rocking the new Yeezys, rocking the new Jordans, but they still live at home with their parents. Their diet sucks. They're playing video games all night. They're overweight, got no job, got no car, sitting here complaining about how horrible their dating life is. Bro, what you should be complaining about is yourself. You should be mad at yourself and start making some changes. You think all the top G's, all the top businessmen, athletes, entertainers, rappers, you think they're sitting here just, all confused and wondering why they can't get a woman, why they can't get laid? No, bro. They're laser focused on their mission. And look, I'm not saying to never date, bro. I'm just saying, get your crap together. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row. And I guess that kind of leads me into bonus tip number 7, which is stop fishing in polluted waters. You guys see all these dudes like Andrew Tate who, the way that he describes women and how they're this and they're that and all they care about is drama, all they care about is the penthouse, all they care about is having the most richest dude with the most status. And I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding him, but every time he talks about women this way, I think to myself, I'm like, my wife doesn't do that. She doesn't do any of those things. My wife started dating me when I was making $300 a month. I was a nobody. I had nothing. I barely had a pot to piss in, and she still wanted to be with me. But what I did have was laser focus. She saw something in me. She saw and she knew that I would take care of her and that I would live in an honorable way and that I would treat her right, treat her like a queen. And so she took that leap of faith with me, and she's genuinely loved me since 2014. And that's what you want right there, my brothers. You want a girl who just genuinely loves you, who's just simple, who's not all out there in the world, all confused, living promiscuously. Forget what all the rappers and all the social media stars are telling you, bro. You don't need multiple women all the time. Honestly, bro, that life it's empty. And you're not gonna find true love in that. And I don't know if Andrew Tate has ever actually found true love. I just feel like if he did, he wouldn't be talking about why it's more okay for a guy to cheat versus a girl. I feel like if he actually found true love, he wouldn't be saying it's okay. Instead, he would be slapping guys upside the head who even thinks the idea of cheating on a girl is okay. So hey, look, with that said, my brothers, wait for your gem. These type of women like my wife, the good ones, the virtuous ones, you don't typically find them in the clubs. They're not typically hanging out and hooking up with every single guy that shows them a good time. They're a rare breed. These types of women, the good ones, they're hard to find. They are. I'm not gonna BS you guys. Virtuous women, you don't see them much anymore. But what I can say to you is don't lower your bar, don't lower your standards. Stop fishing in all the pollution. Remove yourself from these kinds of environments with these types of women. Even all these little things and apps like Tinder, all these dating apps. Just be cautious of them, bro. Most people in these dating apps only want one thing. Most of the time, these types of people in these apps are not laser focused. They're not living with purpose. A lot of them are just following culture, following the trends, and trying to find their worth, their value in someone else. And they're lost, bro. Most of the time, it's broken people hooking up with broken people. So all I'm saying is just be aware, be cautious. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but when you put yourself in these types of environments, most of the time you're setting yourself up for failure. So with that said, hey, appreciate you guys watching. For all you dudes out there, hey, if you want to reject culture, reject the modern ways, and embrace your masculinity, click this video right here. This is a powerful one that I know you'll enjoy, and I'll talk to you on the next vid. Peace always.